Alrighty, everyone. Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today we have another Shanks vs. Luffy. I did notice that was popping off on the last video, so hopefully you guys are excited to see this matchup and see if we learn anything from the last time and maybe prevail, hopefully. Fingers crossed. For anybody who doesn't know, Luffy is lining it up to be one of the strongest in the '09 meta, so this should be a fun matchup, something for us to work on. It's definitely something that we're probably going to see quite often as well. So we're definitely going to want to start getting practice in as early as possible. If you guys have any recommendations on what you'd like to see, what decks played, certain matchups and whatnot, I'd be happy to go over that at some point. You guys just want to comment that below, and I'll definitely get around to it. If that has interest for everybody. Boom, boom, boom. Unfortunate, honestly. That's tough. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't on those search cards. If anybody is curious for a revised deck list, I can honestly do that later. Not too much has changed from the first time. A little bit of the ratios. Interesting that he put his gum down. Not what I would have expected someone to do, truthfully. Start building the Yas up a little bit. Yeah, just put that minus 2,000 power on in case he decides to block the queen. We get the queen eliminated early, but he opts to take the life. Yeah, I'm curious why he got the Gum Giant and didn't actually use it. That's a lot of value for purple. That is getting added here in the '09 as well. And if you're running anything purple, this is something that you will have to look at. It is going to be quite powerful. For Luffy, anyway, because it did say Straw Hat. Alright, so he drops the Leafy Taro here and gets off of the 5 drops. Sonje. Not particularly great for us. I kind of wish we had a Rayleigh here because then we could easily eliminate this off rip. Or even a Ben Beckman to get rid of one of his 6 bodies. Or 6,000 power, sorry. It's not a great thing to be at right now. Not 100% sure what the game plan's going to look like here. I think we start off simple with this, because if he blocks here, it's going to be hard for him to get over that, because he's at 5,000 power now. Yeah, so he'll take the death. I'm fine with that. Let's boost homeboy up, try to get him in for a swing, and we'll get Shanks going at 6k. Hopefully proc 2k counter at that point. He does have pressure on the board. Thankfully we have a blocker for one of them. Hopefully Tax with Blue Tar makes the mistake, and then we get the free cancellation there with the Lucky Brew, but not too sure. He is getting close as well to having big bodies on the field, so we gotta be looking out for that. I will say this though, I am grateful to have this and this in hand, so I feel like we're ready to do almost anything that he plays. And that's something that we gotta just take and use the best to our advantage. I'm sure we're gonna get multiple swings here this time around, which is fine. Right? So instead of taking out the blocker here, I think we're gonna take out the Sanji just because it'll eliminate him from being able to get the extra attack this turn. Even though we do want to get rid of that blocker for the following turn, there's just no point to eat it right now. And then we don't have to activate leader ability. There's no point to that unless we have a 1k counter. Yeah, I actually don't use my Yas up, so we'll save that 10 drops for this part. Alrighty. Yeah, because I put him down to 7k. That's a tough one to get around here. I think we just... What do we want to do here? I really do want to get a couple swings in, so let's boost him up to 7k. We'll even do 8k on him. We'll get the first swing in. Put him down to 7. Make him burn a 2k counter for this. Honestly, I should have done this off rip. I wanted to do that. Let's get this Lucky Root down. And I think at this point, because he's at 7, so only Shanks would be able to match that. We'd be able to get him to a 5. So I think we're just going to do this. And then kind of force the hand of him having to block with the queen here, just to eliminate it. It's kind of like there's a lot of situations in this game where you're not sure exactly what you want to go for. So right there, I definitely made a mistake when I activated the minus cost to burn more counters with the Yasop attack. That was definitely a big part of my mistake. I didn't calculate the Dawn that I had, and I also didn't drop a 10 drop, which I probably should have, because I would have been able to get multiple swings on leader there. So not the greatest play, that's for sure. So for here, he's definitely gonna get some benefit out of this. I think we're just gonna have to let the Yasop go, right? Yeah, I think we just let Yasop go. This way we can block this attack, hopefully, unless he wants to go for the Hango. If he wants to go for the Hango, we let him get that for free. And then we gotta drop Big Boy Shanks this turn. That's why I was a little hesitant to drop it for the 7 cost Luffy, just because I know he has some bigger cards in hand as well. And that's something that we want to handle to the best of our ability. So I do have 2Ks. I think we're going to eat this. Because he has no Dawn to put on this. Shanks just blocks out of it for free. So, or not even Shanks, sorry. Lucky Root blocks out of it for free. Alright, cool. So this puts us into another interesting predicament here. So I think we just want to straight up eliminate the 10 drop, personally. Right? Because yeah, I think that's what we have to do. Alright, go ahead and get rid of that. Let's get a Shanks swing in. Honestly, here I kind of just want to burn his hand size down a little bit. That would be the most ideal situation. Why we have the Lucky Root there? Some people may be concerned. Is I kind of just need to apply a little bit more pressure than I have right now, because he's about to have some really big turns with his 10 drops. So I need to start applying a lot of that pressure. Because the more I get him down, the easier this match is going to be for me. Especially if there's another queen in hand and we have the Goldie Roger up. Or the Sanji, for example. So it's an 8 swing. We're totally fine with this. We're going to count out of this. We have multiple 2s in hands. So this will get him down to nothing. We don't need to burn the ability. I think we just go like this, counter out of it. We have the 2Ks, might as well get the value for them. See, he has a Gum Gum in hand, most likely. That's why he's saving that Dawn, I would assume. Which is fine, I guess. Which is totally fine. Yeah, so I think we're just gonna have to deploy him off rip. And then I'm gonna try to get the value with the early Shanks and Lucky Root attack, hopefully. So there is a card that I did run into trouble with last night, is where a purple deck dropped a 10 cost Kaido that removed everything on the board except for that Kaido, and he was able to eliminate about 25 Dawn on my field. So that is something that I am evidently looking at to be cautious of. But in this situation right now, though, I do feel good. Yeah, so he concedes. That follow-away turn, he really didn't have anything in hand that he could have done to stop me there. We would have had to double Goldie Roger, so right there is a great opportunity for you guys to see that Shanks can handle a Luffy deck. Um, there's even some mistakes made in that video, so you know, I use this as kind of like a reference if you're struggling with that matchup a little bit. It's all about board control and taking the hits when you can take the hits. Essentially, you definitely got to play your life as a resource against Purple Luffy on like other decks. Sometimes you have to take that hit just so you get a little bit of a card advantage and counter advantage in hand for other attacks as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. More One Piece coming your way. If you have any recommendations for decks you want to see, if you want to hear more thoughts as I'm playing and kind of why I'm doing the things that I'm doing, let me know. If you want to see matchup specific videos, also let me know down below. And I hope you guys have a blessed day.